me on the secure line.
Please hold.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Just before we get started, tell whoever might be listening what's your name.
My name is Leslie Perez.
Great. How's your day?
It was good. I just recorded a song and I like how it turned out. Some crazy arrangements on it that I haven't done before, like
Hmm.
vocal stuff. So I'm excited.
What made you want to do stuff you hadn't done before?
Um, I think I'm a huge like fan of certain like artists that I'm very inspired by. Like I just geek out about like creative arrangements and things that I would never think to do. And that stuff kind of draws me in, and like I want to be that kind of an artist that makes those kinds of creative decisions. And like, I don't know, it's just so inspiring that it makes me want to do it and it makes me want to be better.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the desire to be better is that something that only shows up for artistry, or where else does that show up for you?
Uh, I mean, I think sometimes I catch myself. I mean, I'm a big overthinker, but it's kind of a blessing in that I can kind of critically think about, oh, maybe I should have done this differently, or like stop beating myself up for certain things and know that I can do things a better way
Hmm.
for the next time. So maybe it's like family stuff and I like handled a certain thing or said a certain thing that's like, maybe I should have done that differently.
Hmm.
Um, so I think it's like, I don't know, I've always had a desire to be a better version of myself. And like, I want people to, when they interact with me, for it to be pleasant. Like, not just as an artist, but like with my friends, with my family, with people at church, with a stranger. I don't know. I guess I've always been like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like everyone wants to be the best version of themselves, but to do that takes difficulty. It takes failure. It takes lessons learned. It takes the
Right.
desire to want to try, which can be exhausting. All of that.
Right.
I usually for these episodes, I have one question that I bring to whoever the guest is. My question,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I had two questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what do you feel like is the most frustrating thing about being a young musical artist, and then what is the most rewarding thing?
Ooh. The most frustrating thing I've found, I think what comes to mind is like when some other people may not take me seriously.
Mm,
And I think that also stems from like I already look a bit younger than my age, and I am already young. So I'm 24. And I always get mistaken for looking like I'm still in high school or younger, which is like not anybody's fault, you know.
yeah,
And that will help me when I get older, is what I keep hearing, which is nice.
yeah,
But when I care about my art so much and like being a great artist to for the sake of not just myself but for others, like I take that super seriously. And if I'm like somewhere where I'm talking like my plan and my strategy and like my desires, my dreams, and it's like, oh, you're young, you don't know what you're talking about, kind of thing. I'm sure I am. I have to be naive in some parts because, like, I think as you age, you just learn more things, right?
yeah.
Um, but I think a lot of it is like, no, I do know what I'm talking about. No, I do know what it like. This takes a lot of work. I do know that, like, you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think a piece of that can be people who have been in the industry for longer. Yes, they do hopefully know more and have seen more things, but maybe they're also just like a little bit jaded of like, you don't know what you're freaking talking about, dude. You're so
Right.
young. Um, I hope that's not the case, but it probably is more often than we think. Just like, here's another so and so doing the same thing everyone else is doing. But like, no,
Right.
we're all individuals. We all have our own tastes and our own desires and things we want to speak into. I think respect at every level, no matter if you're starting out or if you're an old vet, is very important.
Right. Right.
Are there any other people in like, for lack of a better term, in your class of artistry, like people who have maybe just gotten signed recently at other labels that you feel like they're doing a good job right now?
Mm, like in the Christian industry,
Sure.
specifically, like peers, people that I know or that I don't know.
However you want to answer it. Let's say people you,
Uh,
yeah, people you know.
People I know. I think so. I think, should I name somebody?
It's up to you. I don't know.
This is tricky. Because then if I name somebody,
Okay, how
hmm,
about people you don't know?
somebody that I don't know that I think is doing a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Smaller or bigger artists?
I don't know, dude. You tell me.
Okay, I think a smaller artist that I think is doing a good job that I was listening to like in recent days and stuff like that is in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I really like how she knows who she is, and like her music feels very creative to me and
Yeah.
very like, yeah, there's just no confusion as to who she is, and she's very inspired by, I think it's like the 60s and stuff
Hmm.
like that, and like she sticks to her land, she does it well, and she's growing because of it. She's starting to open up for more people. I think she's on a headline tour right now or about to be.
Yeah.
That's somebody I've been following and watching, and it's pretty cool. It's admirable.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Okay, going back to the last question, what's something you enjoy about being a newer signed artist?
What do I currently enjoy
Sure.
being a
Yeah.
new kind artist?
Yeah.
What I enjoy, I got in a very lucky position. I would say a blessed position in that the team that I have um, actually does take me seriously
Mm.
and does like care about like my taste and like my thoughts, and yeah, and I think that's like something, I signed with them feeling confident in that, but now experiencing it is like unbelievable to me because I had opportunities to meet with multiple groups of people who were interested in signing me or just talking to me or whatever, and it's like a mixed bag sometimes. Like I feel like I very fortunate because I know that's not the case for everybody, and they're going like the extra mile too, I feel, which is so good for me.
When is the last time that you would say you believed in someone very intensely? Maybe like the label has done for you.
Ooh. Someone I don't know or no?
I don't know. You tell
Sorry,
me.
I want to answer your questions right. My
There
bad.
is there's no right or wrong. I don't know. Whatever.
Who I've supported.
Yeah, maybe someone you do know. So like they are aware of the impact that was had by you supporting them.
Oh gosh. Mm, I think. Do I name them? Sorry.
If you want to, I mean, you don't have to.
Okay. I think some of my there's one particular friend that I'm thinking about overseas, um, that I like to make sure I encourage. And this person actually was supporting me either when my first songs came out or like right before that.
Mm,
Was supporting me, and I noticed that like they needed a bit of love and they needed a bit of encouragement as well as far as their own musical projects. And I do believe in them, and I think they're really talented and stuff. And I have a feeling that it is received and it is appreciated. So
okay.
sorry, I wish I could have answered that better.
It's
I
okay.
just can't think.
It's fine. Um, I want to talk about inspiration just a little bit. You're
Mm-hmm.
in Nashville for the next like week and a half, but you don't
Mm-hmm.
live here.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find inspiration back home where you live? And like, do you save all that up? Do you save the ideas you have and then bring them and then write them with people? Or like, do you have an idea and then send it to your producer or the label? And they're like, okay, yeah, cool. Maybe we could Zoom, right? Or something. Like, what do you do with creative inspiration when it strikes when you're not in Music City?
Mm. I do a lot of like either if I'm like out and about and I don't have my notebook, I'll put in my notes app or I'll like record a voice memo, which I do a lot like at night or like wherever. And I'm just like, oh, I need to record this idea or this phrase or like this chord progression, things like that. I found as of recent times, like, yeah, it is hard when it's like I'm just in the room, in my own room, which I've been in that same environment writing for so long
Hmm.
that it's really nice to kind of get a change of like scenery, change of like, so when I do come over here and I am with people that I love creating with and I'm, seeing and being different places, it does kind of help me get out of like my head a bit more.
Yeah.
And I love that. And what I started doing on this song that I'm about to release on May 1st, um, when I was rewriting and rewriting and rewriting, I decided to go to like coffee shops. And instead of sitting at an instrument, which I usually do, I was just going to focus on the lyrics and I was just going to sit and I was just going to write on paper
Yeah.
what what came
Mm.
to mind. And also, I love certain books. So like, as you already know, like The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. And I'm also something else that's inspiring me is Alicia Keys's memoir,
Mm.
which is talking about like how she started in Hell's Kitchen and stuff like that. And I am a huge fan of her music, and I find it very inspiring, and how she essentially came from nothing too. Um, and little things that she says and a part of her story and like how she even created certain songs does really make me excited and like motivated and inspired and gives me, you know, a bit more room in my
Y-
head to
Yeah.
be creative. Hmm.
Interesting. So, like, getting out of your normal routine and going to the coffee shop, that helped inspire you in a different way.
Yes.
Hmm. I'm so obsessed with the idea of like how to replicate creativity right now.
Yeah.
And probably in a weirdly obsessive way that I shouldn't be. But like,
Hmm.
do you think you'll try that again in the future? Or do you feel like, oh, that was a one time thing, or maybe I try a different shop or something?
Yeah. No, I think I'll probably doing more of that. But I also like I will also add like I music does inspire music, and
Mm,
I just love taking the time to listen to things that I love, old and like new, and also like um shoot, I lost my train of thought. Gosh. Also, I think it's important as a creative to live life,
yeah.
like not purposefully try to be creative and like sit down. Like I think there's times for that, and then guy also there needs to be time for you to actually just have something to write about and have something to say. And if you're not like making the space to do that, it's gonna be very hard as well.
I had this exact conversation with an artist an hour ago.
Really.
Yeah, because she was saying, and she's been writing in town for 15 years or so. Um, she has a deal with another label called By Design. And she was saying
Mm-hmm.
for her, like, space is so important. She's not a person who typically thrives in the what has now become normal writing system for at least Christian music artists in town, which is you have like a week full of writing sessions and you just do it until you get a couple of great songs. She
Yeah.
writes maybe a couple times a month, maybe once a month, and leaves it alone for months. And then when after she's lived life, after she's made the space in her brain to be creative, she'll write and she'll love that song and she'll do it again whenever she's ready. Um, which I think is
Yeah.
great. Something I preach to any artist who asks, "What can I be doing?" or "How can I stand out?" My answer is consistency, usually in three areas: that is, songwriting, social media, and releases. For
Yeah.
songwriting specifically, I can't prescribe to anyone how much songwriting they should do exactly. It's not like for everyone
It's
you have
hard.
to, yeah. It's not like for
It's
everyone
so
you have
hard.
to write 3 days a week, one of them solo, two of them with other people, because everyone's different. Like you have to find your
Uh-huh.
workflow and whatever
Hmm.
you need to do to continually get better, you should do that thing. Uh,
Right. Right.
yeah,
Not everybody's a write every day kind of person.
yeah,
I'm not. I can't write every day, but I will, even if it's like little things, like for 5 minutes, sit down at the piano or like come up with like what's in my brain right now. Let me just jot it down before I like forget what's currently in my brain. Like little things like that, I have to do like consistently because I think it is important to work out that muscle, at least for me.
yeah,
I need to like keep that groove going, but I'm not going to write a song every single day
totally.
because that is productive for me. And it's not, I feel like it's not healthy for me. I start to kind of just feel like I don't enjoy it as much.
Yeah.
And it's not helpful for me personally.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, that was it. That's all I had. And that's as simple as this show is.
Love it. Thank you
Yeah,
for all these questions.
of
Those make
course. I got to be good for something.
me think.
Uh, well, shoot, this was great. I guess I will see you very soon. But thanks for
Yes.
chipping in because, like, there were two people who I asked who are like, "No, I'm not available." I'm like, okay, great. I'll pivot.
No, you're good. No, I like it. It also, wait, are we still recording?
We sure are.
Oh, hi guys. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm about to miss this exit. I'm driving right now. Um, no, it does make you think, and I want to be able to like portray portray who I am as an artist, like and articulate it in a great way. And I think it's important to like think of these questions and like think of like who are you? What is your opinion on this? What is your process? Because if I'm on an interview one day or if like somebody needs advice or whatever it is and I don't know how to explain or I don't
Hmm.
even know like you know what I mean? So I do love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's helpful. I mean, goodness, for whoever might be listening for whatever reason. Uh,
Mhm.
I think it is helpful to hear about the creative process from people at varying steps.
Yeah.
Um, because everyone's different, but someone's experience and someone's routine might inspire someone else to be like, I'm going to start that thing I've had the idea for, or maybe this is how I do it. And I think
Mhm.
that could be beautiful.
Mhm. I agree. Nobody teaches you how to do this stuff and
And we're all,
everybody
yeah,
does it differently is what I've learned.
and we're all
So,
living life for the first time. So yeah,
right. Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's it. Thank you so much.
thank you.
See ya.